Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
On the set.
On play action, here's Tua. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
Red, yellow. 6, mega. Blue striker. Ready?
Tua going to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house. Grab the leftover.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
On the ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jones. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Okay, ready?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Julian Okwara. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
The Cowboys at 10-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Watson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Damian Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Watson, rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Watson.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Now Tua. This one swung out here to Jones. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Open man has Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Chris Godwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got McBride here over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
A quick throw complete to Chark. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They hand this off to Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. John Franklin Myers, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, his throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Colby Rodman now. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. first down. Watson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here we go, set.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. It'll buy some time right. That one complete. He finds Shark. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
first down, it's Watson. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 65 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Watson off play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Watson on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Harris will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it. keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on in man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
In motion, the tight end. Tua now on 1st down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second and goal, Tua. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That one finds Pierce right side. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Watson. That's complete to Tony. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. Open man right side is Shark. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run. Here's Harris. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he's got Pierce. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
Now Tua.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Tua.
Got a man open. It's Ross.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. Here's Tua. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Cowboys, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.